Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, February 10th. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader, and the beat goes on. Looking to gap higher for the fourth time out of the last 7 trading days. Talk about emotional trading. Our all-time high is in the pre-market again. Russell this morning so far has not made, we still have 75 minutes to go, prior to the opening, has not made a new high in the overnight just yet. We'll see if that holds true. The triple Qs have their pre-market high right now is 335.80, which I'm showing. As far as SPY and ES, right now they have SPY's pre-market high at 392 on the nose. We're trading 391.47. So let's go over destinations and game plan. Remember, Jay Powell speaks today at 2 p.m. We'll see. Again, I can't see anything bullish coming out of it. I think just the algorithms and the market will be watching any keywords or phrases that they think can be disruptive. For the upside, as of right now, I'm going to still use yesterday's high on both sides of the equation. 390.89, which was yesterday's high, an all-time high, and a poor high. Then we have the pre-market high of 392. That's it. On the downside, right now, if we gap higher, we will use K's high of 390.89. Remember, K's high was 390.89. The overnight high was 390.90. It's amazing how they were just so close, prior to today's overnight high. So the downside would be 390.89. Then we have 390.14, our overnight low, and then we don't have anything to yesterday's low of 389.17. So if this gap fails and you get any acceptance into M's range, well, very easily could trade M and possibly yesterday's low. Again, that's if any sellers showed up whatsoever. And below that, we have 388.35 daily low, 387.42 10 wide from February 5th. And you should have the other daily low and gap below that. So game plan for this morning. Again, 75 minutes to go. Right now, the gap is only about 50 cents. If we were to open in this area, it's a good risk-reward trade to buy it against the gap. The gap fills them out. A lot of times now, I'm not saying I'd get out the second they fill it. A lot of times they become magnets and they just fill it and then they go back up, at least to test wherever we opened. So I would have to see how it reacted. But any acceptance back into yesterday's range, into M's period, and I am out of that long if I take it. If in the next 75 minutes, this gap gets a lot smaller and doesn't look like it's going to hold, I'll just watch it and see then if we hold M's high. If we just close the gap and come back out, again, I would take a call play and use M's out then again as my out. Right now, we're looking at higher value on the day. If in the next hour we open $1 or higher above yesterday's high, I will not take that call play because I don't like the risk reward in case we do get an inventory adjustment. If we are to push up near the overnight high, maybe take a put play against that if it's still 392 to see if they front run it the first time. Again, all early plays in CamelbackTrading.org's voice channel room. And then on the charts, I'm just going to show you the daily again. We're one time framing up for 7 days. This would be the start of day 8. Even though we could have really, when you look at this, even though one time you could actually use this kind of like an inside day. We only took out yesterday's high by 30 cents. We've had very small initial balances, very small ranges. So keep in mind a couple of things. If we kind of treat it as an inside day, right? You open above it, you go with it, and you monitor it for continuation and just as importantly, lack of. Because the ranges have been so small, if this gap fails and we get accepted into yesterday's range, we could easily see the bottom of this 2-day balance if any sellers ever showed up. So there's a lot of things, as this day is going to develop. Right now, the bottom line is we're gapping higher value. Bulls are firmly in charge. but things could change in a heartbeat if any sellers decide to show up and we have an outside day down. Keep that in mind. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's something that always has to be left on the table. If we stay above the previous 2 days highs, well, then for sure you have to be looking for call plays on any pullbacks throughout the day. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.